our government leaders that are here today, to the leaders of USGCI, this wonderful initiative that has been created and birthed right here before our eyes, to Mr. Ali, to Mr. Solomon Gatu, to all the wonderful people, Mr. Aldwin, God bless you, sir, to all the wonderful people that I've had the wonderful opportunity to meet in that time here in India. For those who may or may not know, this is my second time in India, and I call India my second favorite country in the world. Recently, not too long ago, I was in the Oval Office with what we consider the greatest president in our lifetime. That is none other than my friend, President Donald J. Trump, the 47th President of the United States of America. They tried to do everything in their power to destroy this man, but yet thrown everything at him with the kitchen sink. We still witness the greatest political comeback in United States history by the election of Donald J. Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America. To the great Prime Minister Modi, I am so honored once again to be in his wonderful nation, the wonderful job he is doing. Can we just honor him with a big hand clap? The great things that he's doing, making India great again. So first of all, for those who don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Mark Burns. I have been with President Donald Trump since 2015, before he was even a candidate to be President of the United States of America. I was one of the very few people through my own business, and some people may ask, what is Dr. Burns doing here speaking at a business summit? I'm one of those American investors that invest in Indian companies. For the last 4 years, yes, thank you. I'll take one hand clap. Thank you for that. For the last 4 years, I partnered with UDOS Technology that is based in New Delhi. They have, along with my wonderful team that is here, Miss April Phelps, stand up, sweetie, and wave. April Phelps, my chief of staff, and Miss Veronica O'Shea is my assistant. Amen. And for the wonderful things that we've been doing for the last 4 years, working hand in hand with UDOS Technology in New Delhi. I will be getting the chance to visit them for the first time in 4 years in New Delhi for the wonderful work and the codes that they've been doing to help launch our own service. And so I am not just a carrier of the message of partnering with India, I'm a real life participant. Without the wonderful technologies that is happening in India, I don't know where we would be. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to stand before you at this historical global business summit, where the world's and some of the world's most influential minds have gathered to shape the future of international commerce. Today, I want to share with you a compelling vision, one that transforms the already robust partnership between America and India into an unprecedented engine of global growth and prosperity. The United States of America and India stands at a unique crossroads in history. While other major economies face significant challenges, our nations possess the perfect combination and factors for explosive growth and dynamic innovations, ecosystems, favorable demographics, and a shared demographic value that foster business-friendly environments. The United States of America loves India. And I believe India loves the United States of America. Our bilateral trade relationships represents one of the world's most promising opportunities. Currently, India exports double the amount of goods to the United States more than any other nation in the world. And over 54% of India's software and services exports comes to the United States of America. These numbers not just demonstrate our current success, but a vast untapped opportunity for expansion. I'm here to share 4 points to you that I believe we are using to expand those opportunities. And I truly hope to get to meet some of you CEOs and some of you government officials and those of you that are here, the backbone of India's economy. But there are 4 points I'm going to give to you, and I promise you I won't try to talk as long. In the United States of America, we say this: I'm a black preacher with a microphone. It's sometimes hard to shut up. But I promise you I won't keep you here that long. But there are 4 points that I want to give you that I believe is going to leave with you, Mr. Ali, a promising message coming from the United States of America. There are 4 things that we're going to do. And we learned a lot by the visit of our esteemed Prime Minister Modi, when he just recently left the United States of America, meeting with my dear president. It means a lot to know that it was Prime Minister Modi, one of the first world leaders that was invited by President Trump to come after being inaugurated. I do hope India is excited that Donald Trump has returned back to the White House. Now, there are 4 points I want to give you, and we learned a lot in this meeting. Number 1, the first thing we need to be excited about is what has been called Mission 500. In Mission 500, we aim to double our bilateral trade to $500 billion by 2030. Now, this represents one of the most ambitious trade expansion goals between 2 major economies. With the recent meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump at the White House, significant developments have emerged regarding U.S. and India trade relations. American companies are now showing even greater substantial interest in expanding their presence in India, with particular emphasis on energy sector investments. For instance, Tesla is actively considering establishing a car factory right here in India, while discussing an ongoing implementation of Starlink services in the country. These investments are part of a broader initiative to increase bilateral trade, again, as I said, to up to $500 billion by 2013, which represents a significant increase in expansion from our current $190 billion in annual trade volume. Now, to achieve this, we will be launching the Bilateral Trade Agreement Initiative. We call it BTA. With the first phase of negotiations will beginning in the fall of 2025. The White House has made it very clear that it is one of its top initiatives and top focuses to continue to expand and to develop and to grow the trade relationships with India. Number 2, strategic investment initiatives. We welcome Indian companies' significant investments in America, including, for instance, the Hindaco's Novelis investment, which is finishing aluminum goods, facilitates in Alabama and in Kentucky. JSW Steel manufacturing operations in Texas and Ohio. You have Epsilon Advanced Materials, which creates critical battery materials, which produces in North Carolina, just right above from where I'm from, which is the great state of South Carolina. And so these investments alone, just those 3 major Indian companies, produces more than 3,000 high-quality jobs in America. And I am also so grateful that India is welcoming American companies to come here. As we see Microsoft, and we see Google, and we see other companies, and I'm told that I am here in the Silicon Valley of India, here in Hyderabad. Now, regarding tariffs, I'm going to get to the good stuff. Regarding the tariffs concerns, India itself has taken proactive steps to address these issues. The country has already begun reducing the average tariffs from 13% to 11% in its federal budget. Furthermore, India has shown flexibility in specific sectors, notably reducing duties on certain American imports such as high-end motorcycles and bourbon. While some tariffs remain high, for example, in the car industry, there's up to 110% on car imports. Both nations have committed to negotiating a comprehensive trade agreement by the autumn of 2025, with the focus of reducing tariffs and non-tariff barriers. The agreement represents a significant shift in U.S.-Indian trade relations, moving from a transactional approach to a more integrated economic partnership. As part of this initiative, India has agreed to increase purchases of American oil and gas, while the U.S. has committed to expanding military equipment sales to India. These developments suggest a more balanced trade relationship which is emerging between our two great nations, one that addresses both American investment interests in India and India's exporters' concerns about accessing the U.S. market. And so for me, that gives me hope that India is not the enemy of President Trump or the United States of America, and America is not the enemy of India. No, we are going to have stronger trades more than ever. And I believe by 2030, we will see a growth of export and import between our two nations. There is more money to be made. President Trump has been screaming for a long time. He is going to make America great again. And I believe a greater America is a greater India. A greater India is a greater America. Number three, my third point. Technology partnership revolution. We're launching two groundbreaking initiatives. The U.S. India Trust Initiative. Trust stands for Transforming the Relationship Utilizing Strategic Technology. The White House has made this very clear that this is designed to encourage public and private investments that boost manufacturing opportunities, creating jobs in both India and the United States of America. And I think this is one of the reasons why the USGCI is a great opportunity. As Mr. Ali already stated, President Trump is battling the courts in the United States of America. There are some judges that are left over, and it has been made very public that they do not care for the policies of President Donald Trump. But the people of the United States of America, they elected Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States of America. And they want to see an economy that is strong at home, just like India desires to see an economy that is strong at home. But even now, the president is fighting the dismantle of the USAID. And I understand that there lies a great opportunity. If it is abolished, and it will take an act of Congress to do so, but if it is abolished, there's an amazing opportunity for many of you investors that are here today. Again, we want to make sure that America and India's stronghold on the world is strengthening and not weakened. If you believe it, say yes to that. So number one, we're going to have the U.S. India Trust Initiative. Number two, the Indus Innovation. Our enhanced innovation bridges connection and connecting the U.S. and India's industry leaders together. This Indus Initiative represents the groundbreaking collaboration between the United States Department of Defense and the India Ministry of Defense, establishing a defense partnership that creates robust ecosystems connecting defense companies, investors, and academic institutions to accelerate technological advancements and industry cooperation. And my last and final point is through energy security partnership. Our energy cooperation frameworks includes this: establishing the United States as India's leading supplier of crude oil and petroleum products, expanding liquefied natural gas for trade, advancing and enhancing investments in oil and gas infrastructure, strengthening cooperation between energy companies in both nations, in India and the United States of America, removing barriers that are causing a stunt to growth. We recognize that successful partnership requires mutual understanding and accommodations. That's why the United States of America has made it very clear that they're committed to reducing tariffs on non-tariff barriers, deepening supply chain integrations, increasing market access for both nations and products, streamlining regulatory frameworks. And the key for this is making sure that we always have the mentality that what's good for America can be good for India. What's good for India can be good for America. If you agree to that, say yes to that. My final point is this. Our vision extends beyond traditional sectors, which is emerging opportunities. For instance, as we're sitting here in Hyderabad, the Silicon Valley of India, artificial intelligence, infrastructure, and development. While I'm up here right now, I'm looking for some great AI coders that may be in here in this room right now, so see me after the meeting. But I'm continuing and willing, like so many other investors, are willing to invest our American dollars into India. And I believe that's just a true sign of what it really means to be partners, to where it's equal for both sides. So artificial intelligence infrastructure development, semiconductor manufacturer partnership, critical minerals values chain collaboration, space technology cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not merely a trade relationship. It is a partnership between two great nations that believe in freedom, innovation, and prosperity. Together, we can create something extraordinary. So let us seize this moment to build bridges of opportunity, strengthen our economies, and create unprecedented growth for generations to come. Thank you all so much. God bless you all.